I'm your host with the most look from 23. You're joining me for Royal Romance Book 1, Chapter 12. The sweetest apple pie in my eye. It's the second day of the Apple Blossom Festival. As you leave the manor, Bertrand finds you. Riley, there you are. I'm here to prepare you for today's events at the Apple Blossom Festival. Way ahead of you. I ate an apple tart for breakfast with apple cider and whipped apple butter, so I think I'm about as ready as I can be. I don't care about your food consumption. I care about how you're going to appear today. And you should care too. The best dressed lady will be crowned the Apple Queen. Ooh, what's that? It's an amusing tradition where the festival goers vote on who will run the Apple Court. You'll get extra publicity, the favor of the actual queen, and the ability to boss people around for an hour. Interesting. The best dressed, huh? Something tells me you've got an outfit in mind that I'm gonna have to pay for. Bertrand quickly leads you back inside the manor to change clothes. There's no time to lose. Through a series of promises and threats, I was able to procure a historically accurate rendition of Gordonian's peasant's best gown from the country's most prestigious stage production company, available on consignment. With this dress, you'll be able to win the title of Apple Queen. The peasant outfit, ironically, that royalty is going to be wearing, will earn admiration of the attendees and unlock a special Apple Queen scene. Oh lord, yodelay-hee-hoo! So let's see here. Maiden fair, a tradition of Gordonian tough folks gown, sure to impress the prince's family, because that's what we're going for. But this is the purpose of a diamond edition. How's this? Are you sure it's not too silly? It's perfect. You can thank me later. Unless Liam's going to undress me physically, except for his eyes. I don't know what to tell you. Come, we're overdue to meet Maxwell. I'm not dressing you with my eyes, Riley. As you and Bertrand reach the apple orchard, you spot Maxwell. Hey, Riley, ready to show off those baking skills? I am a undiscovered prodigy and toast my own Pop-Tarts. Can't be trusted next to any who eats yours. I am an undiscovered prodigy. I always cook for my friends back home, and they loved it. But why would my baking skills matter out here in the orchard? Because the next event is the Apple Blossom Festival involves baking an apple pie for the Queen. For the Queen? Yes, today is all about gaining the Queen's favor. As we draw closer to the coronation, she'll be testing all the potential candidates. Be careful what you say around her, because you're going to be baking pies for the commoners, right? You literally, as royalty, will never bake anything because you have servants. Think about that. This is so redundantly just dirt. And also, if you win the pie baking contest. Roger that. But you won't be baking alone. It's a team event, so you can rely on other ladies if you need to. Some of them are absolutely amazing bakers. I'm sure Hannah could whip up an apple pie even if she was blindfolded. Maybe you can get her on the team. Maxwell directs you to where the ladies gather for the Royal Bake-Off. Make House Beaumont proud. Maxwell and Bertrand walk off, leaving you with the ladies. Moments later, Queen Regina enters. Greetings, ladies. I'm glad to see everyone here again. We will soon be dividing into 2 teams to partake in the apple pie baking contest. I've decided that Olivia will captain one team and Madeline the others. Ladies, please select your teams. Oh, Lord help us! I choose Lady Penelope. Oh, we'll bake poodle-shaped pie crumpets. No. Just no. Okay. Lady Chiara. Ah, merci. Olivia and Madeline pick from the other ladies until only 2 of you are left. You and Hannah. Look at the 2 strays. Come on, Riley, I'll adopt you. You're not as mangy as Hannah. Wait, we're a pair. If you adopt one of us, you have to adopt both of us. Yes, good, good. Give him to the dark side of the Force. 2 undesirables on one team? That's just vile. I don't really care. You can have them both. Hannah's with me. Yes, I am. As you walk towards the outdoor baking setup, the Queen approaches you. Lady Riley, I hope you'll exceed expectations like last time. Don't worry, I'll bake you something to make angels weep. That's the spirit. Best of luck, Lady Riley. As the ladies arrive at the outdoor kitchen, Olivia and Madeline organize their teams. Riley, Hannah, cut the apples. That should be a simple enough task that even you can handle. But Olivia walks away before Hannah can finish. I appreciate your chef skills, Hannah. We got this. The ladies all position. Queen Regina addresses the crowd. Let the great Cordonian bake-off begin. The ladies jump into a flurry of activity. Olivia slams a basket of apples in front of you. Get to work. Oh, that'll be the only time you order me around. You and Hannah quickly peel and slice the apples. Okay, that's done. Let's see. The recipe says we should add 2 cups of sliced apples. But we're doubling the size of the pie, so we should add 4 cups. Great, I'll do the measuring. Okay, I'll get started with the spices, putting the spices together. You take the cut apples and turn to the mixing bowls. 8 cups of apples. 4 cups. You measure 4 cups worth of apples and set aside for the cinnamon mix. That looks perfect. Thanks. I'll tell Olivia we're done with our job. Hey, Olivia. You find Olivia near the team's kitchen. She hides 2 identical shakers behind her back as you approach. The apples are ready. Oh, good. What are you doing? Official captain business. Right. What are you really doing? Olivia checks around for eavesdroppers before whispering to you. I'm switching the salt and sugar labels for the other team. Now that you know, you can spare me your moralizing and leave. I don't have time. Olivia, how can I help? You want to help me? I want to win. How about you distract Penelope for me? She's their guard dog. Oh, that wouldn't be hard. Hey, Penelope, want to talk about poodles? On it. Olivia ducks down to switch the labels. Standing guard, you stop Penelope as she returns to the cabinets. Penelope, my dearest friend, how's the pie baking? Madeline doesn't trust me, so I'm standing around and looking pretty. But you know, at least that means she thinks I'm pretty. But you're so good at baking and things, presumably. If only. I've never even boiled water. Right now I just wish I could just snuggle up with my poodle. Help me! Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, okay. Do you have any poodles? They're my favorite type of dog. Did I tell you about the golden poodle statues around my family's estate? We have one in the atrium, the gardens, the bathhouse. What have I gotten myself into? A hand pats your shoulder. Penelope, darling, excuse me for butting in, but this little sheep has wandered from the herd. I'll be taking her back now. Oh, of course, goodbye. Olivia leads you back to the team's kitchen. Not bad for a beginner, but now I need you over by the oven. Olivia leaves you by a wood-fired oven. Hannah waves and comes over. The pie is almost ready to be baked. Want to help me decorate it before it goes in the oven? Does that include a taste test? Well, there is leftover apple pie filling. Consider me at your command. I just want to add a little flair to the pie, so it'll bake with a pretty design. Though I'm not sure what the design should be. What do you think the Queen would like? We should add a big heart, flirty roses, Cordonian royal seal. It's a pie fit for a queen, after all. The seal is a bit complicated, but I love a challenge. Hannah toils away at the dough, forming the rough outline of the Cordonian seal. Wow, you're really amazing at this. You sound so surprised. Just very impressed. Kiara discovers you two decorating the crust. Hey, you're not supposed to... Oh, ouais, très bien. You think the queen will like it? She'd be a fool not to. Well, let's bake this masterpiece. Kiara takes the freshly decorated pie and puts it in the oven. One pie coming right up. Kiara trips, sending the pie flipping through the air. No! Take the cat's pie. You dive out of the pie, catching it before it hits the ground. Got it. Only in a video game. Only in a video game. Wow. That was spectacular. Triumphantly place the pie in the oven. As you wait for the pie to cook, you and Hannah take a break, sip on water while enjoying the warmth of the sun filtering through the apple trees. So Hannah, let me guess, baking is another one of those set of skills you had to learn. Well, that way, the way to a man's heart is through his stomach, as my mother used to say. It's true, especially if you're really hungry like I am right now. Any women out there wanna make me a pie? Or food in general? Or any gentleman wanna bake me something too? That works too. But at least I got to taste test all my creations, including sneaking in and some uncooked batter every now and then. That says the chef's right. Ding! Oh, that's the oven timer. Looks like the pie's done. You pull it out of the oven. Hot, 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 hot. Give that here. Olivia smoothly takes the pie from you and presents it to the Queen Regina at the same time that Madeline presents her team's pie. Thank you both. We'll begin judging Madeline's pie. She examines the quality of the pie's presentation. This is very well done. Good work, Madeline. Thank you, ma'am. Queen Regina cuts out a piece and bites into it. Oh my, that's a bit heavy on the salt. What? Olivia nudges you and whispers, good work. Madeline's fists clench in rage as she glowers at Penelope. Poor Penelope, though. I mean, it wasn't really her fault, but... My apologies, Your Majesty. The Queen shifts her attention to your team's pie. The design is amazing. Who did this? I did, Your Majesty. Oh, you're exceptionally talented, Lady Hannah. Thank you, ma'am, but I had help from Lady Riley. Then let me extend my compliments to both of you. The crust is in splendid condition. Regina cuts into the pie and samples a small bite. The perfect amount of apples with exquisite flavoring. Thank you, ma'am. Queen dabs her mother of... I hate that word. Oh my god, have I learned to hate that word. Dabs her mouth with a napkin. After weighing the strengths and weaknesses of each side, I declare Olivia's team the winner. This is one of the best apple pies I've had in a long time. Very well done, ladies. You impressed the Queen with your apple pie. Technically, it was a team effort. You honor us all, ma'am. Now, ladies, if you'll proceed across the grounds for our next event. Cleaning staff clear the area as you walk away with the other ladies. Queen Regina approaches you. Lady Riley, may I have a word? Of course, ma'am. She leads you away from the ladies for a stroll through the apple orchard. First, I'd like to compliment you on a historically accurate costume. It's nice to see you embracing the traditions. Thank you. I suspect this isn't what you took me on a walk to talk about, though, is it? Ah, you're too direct, but not indirect. I wanted us to get to know one another better. I've been impressed with how you've comported yourself so far. You've demonstrated grace and composure unlike most. Well, thank you, ma'am. But a queen, no matter how graceful and composed, cannot be everywhere at once. You'll need to appoint advisors and ambassadors to act in your stead. Effective delegation is effective leadership. Precisely. That is why I'd like to hear your opinion on some of those around you. Of course. Madeline is one of your strongest competitors. What's your opinion of her? She's ready to be more queen than I am. A spoiled, entitled brat. A valuable asset, which is true. She has the pedigree and skills to thrive at court, and she uses that to her advantage. She could be a valuable ally or a difficult enemy. Interesting assessment. Hannah has been a competitor since the beginning, and you two seem closer than the others. What do you see in her? Hannah is the most beautiful woman here. Doesn't want to be here. And extraordinarily talented. She basically is a court prodigy, and she helped me find my footing when I didn't know where to step. Someone you'd want to keep in your inner circle, I assume. Absolutely. I had a similar thought about her myself. What do you say about your friends who can reveal more about you than about most? And Prince Liam's commoner friend, Drake, you're by his side quite often, despite him having little to do with the competition. Drake is the definition of a killjoy. As good-looking as the prince, you never want to select that. Reliable, if rough about the edges. Yeah. He can be moody, but he'll come through for his friends in a pinch. Drake's loyal, and I understand why Prince Liam trusts him. I do too. It's good to surround yourself with people you can trust. A true queen must have a network of allies she can call upon. It's clear you've been assessing how those around you may help you one day. I do my best. You may return to the other suitors, Lady Riley. It's time I announce the next event. Of course. Thank you, ma'am. You curtsy and rejoin the other ladies among a gathering crowd of onlookers. The queen addresses everyone. The Apple Blossom Festival symbolizes the growth vital to keeping our small nation thriving. Now, as in tradition, we will honor one distinguished best-dressed lady as this year's Apple Queen. This is a ceremonial position for the people to decide. Last year it was our very own Lady Madeline, and I very much appreciated the honor. As for this year, the citizens of Cordonia, who do you wish to honor with this title? The crowd erupts into wild cries, a frenzied mix of names, and cheers and boos. Riley! Riley! Chants for Riley overpower any dissenting names. I think we have a clear winner. Lady Riley will be this year's Apple Queen. Breaking news, folks! Lady Riley has been elected Apple Queen! What will this mean for the race to Prince Liam's hand? Our expert panel will weigh in shortly. Stay tuned! Woo! Go Riley! Party like it's $12.99. I'll hail the Apple Queen from the Big Apple! Lady Riley, please join me for your coronation. You stand before the Queen. She hands you an apple-shaped scepter. Lady Riley, I pronounce you Queen of the Apples. Long live the Apple Queen. Or Queen Regina, it's an honor. Thank you all for electing me to represent you as the Apple Queen. I'm happy to accept this esteemed position, and I will treat it with utmost respect. What now? My queen, I will serve as your acting... I hate this part. Shinshol, and guide you through the ceremony. Before we proceed, we must fill out the Apple Court. These are the courtiers who will parade behind you. Who will be your cupbearer? The person who should be a close confidant you trust with your life. Oh, really? Ooh, I'm going with Liam. I'm glad you've put your trust in me, my queen. Liam takes his place at your right-hand side. The queen pulls out a goofy-looking fool's cap. My queen, if you'll name your court jester... Oh, boy. Oh, I remember this. So, we made Olivia in a normal playthrough, the court jester. We're gonna make Maxwell in this one. Step aside, plebeians. 3-time Jester MVP coming through. You're not supposed to enjoy this. I'm sensing jealousy. Forget I said anything. Maxwell plops a Jester cap on his head. The bells jingle as they fall down his face. My queen, with your court assembled, it is your right to issue an edict before your people. You turn to the crowd. My people, love binds us together. Thank you for selecting me as your apple queen. If you brag about shoes, you will be punished. Oh, I wouldn't mind selecting that. People who brag about their shoes. I don't get it. Thank you for selecting me as your apple queen. Let's go with that. I'm here because of you, and I will be your faithful apple queen. The apple queen of the people. The crowd cheers. Queen Regina summons a horse, pulling a wagon of apples. Oh, a magnanimous apple queen, please show your generosity and share your bountiful harvest with us. Did I mention apples for everyone? You get an apple, and you get an apple, and everyone gets an apple. All I think of is Oprah. You get a car, and you get a car. You climb on the wagon with your court and parade past the crowd. The courtiers hand you apples, which you toss to the flood of clamoring hands. Towards the end of the line, you see Drake among the crowd. You throw an apple at him. It thuds into his chest, and he scrambles to catch it. Whoa, Venti. What was that for? You displease me, and you shall be made an example of. But never forget the Apple Queen's justice is swift and sweet. You gift apples all the way down the parade line at the end. Madeline stands by a potted baby apple tree. Your Majesty, please honor your ancestor, last year's apple queen, and plant a tree for the next generation. Madeline curtsies as you approach. My queen, happy wishes for you. Oh, I'm gonna get so used to you saying my queen. Everyone, take in this moment. I should address Madeline as her former majesty, peasant, my ancestor. Her former majesty. Thank you, your former majesty. Madeline sighs in disappointment. The labor of your forebears will help you build a better world. Madeline lowers her voice and continues. Not many get the pleasure of being addressed as my queen. Savor these moments. You may never hear the phrase again. Ah, Madeline, I take nothing for granted. Surprisingly level-headed. Maybe being a commoner has taught you to accept your station. It taught me to appreciate the little things and not to be an utter jerk. Good. I like complacency in a future subject. Madeline smirks and steps back to reveal a hole for the sapling. Maybe we should plant her in the hole. The ground is yours, my queen. Could you say that again? I'm sorry, I was hard of hearing. My queen. Thank you. You take the baby apple tree from the pot and place it in the hole and scoop the dirt in and around it. Everyone, the work we do today will benefit the future generations. We protect ourselves when we protect the environment. Trees are awesome! Na, 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 na. We work to benefit the future generations. They deserve something worth inheriting. Cough, what humanity should be doing right now instead of, screw it, screw the planet, screw the future generations. You know, screw them. The crowd claps. Thank you, gracious Apple Queen. As for your final honor, Liam kneels before you. I may be in your service, but in my capacity as a prince, you're entitled to a kiss, my queen. Liam, I humbly accept your offer, as my queen wishes. The prince rises. He tenderly leans in and kisses you on the cheek. With the tree planted and the kiss received, the crowd disperses. It's time I head back to the Applewood Manor, but please feel free to enjoy the festival as the reigning Apple Queen. Past queens have been popular at the apple bobbing contest. Thank you, ma'am. Before you can get too far, Maxwell breaks through the crowd and waves you over. There's our glorious Apple Queen! Thanks for your support. I heard you cheering out there. Well, somebody had to, but anyway, that's not why I'm here. I might be able to get you some time alone with Prince Liam today. I happen to know he's in the Manor's conservatory right now, waiting for a few nobles. I could distract them long enough with offers to donate to their favorite causes. This would be a chance for you to have a romantic moment alone. Except I have one bone to pick. How exactly are you going to donate to their causes, Maxwell, if you have no money? The conservatory's on the other side of the estate grounds. I'll take care of the rest. Thanks, Maxwell. You're the best. Well, someone needs to think I'm the best to make up for Bertrand thinking I'm the worst. Stop beating yourself up just because your brother has a stick up his... As you step into the conservatory, Prince Liam turns to you. Lady Riley, what an unexpected surprise. And are you wearing an authentic peasant costume? Bertrand says it's historically accurate. Well, you look fantastic. Thank you. I hope I'm not disrupting your schedule too much. I am supposed to meet with some of my mother's friends to discuss the flowers, but I'm very excited to see you instead. Maxwell said he'd take care of distracting your other appointment. Then he's a very good friend indeed. You've been busier than usual lately. Yes. Since my father announced his abdication at the regatta, I've been suddenly overrun by nobles wanting to, well, congratulate isn't quite the word, but they want to spend a few moments with the soon-to-be king. Ah. My coronation seems like a distant future event, but now it's actually happening. In a couple of weeks, I'll be King of Cornodia. I thought I'd have more time. Liam... You're ready. You've been training for this for so long. If anybody is ready for this, it's you. Okay, so hold on. I wanted to pick me by your side, but remember, that's kind of, I believe the word is advantageous. So to presume that we are going to be the queen, and that would also give away if we're going to stick with Liam or not. Right now, we don't know. So let's put it that way, from hindsight's and foresight's choice. You say it so certainly, like, you make me believe you. You should. I'm always right. It's just strange to think that many people will be counting on me, depending on me. I don't think they could ask to be in better hands. You may not be able to see yourself clearly, but I do. You're kind, compassionate, responsible to a fault, but most of all, you're always thinking of others. As a king, I know you'll be thinking of everyone in your care. And those in power have a responsibility to use their power for those who have none. I love how you say that like it's a common sense, but there are a lot of people who don't think like you do. Trump. Or most presidents. I'm gonna be honest. Most presidents. How about that? And that's why it's so important that you're going to be king. Locum 2020, cough, cough. Everyone, you see me so clearly, but what about yourself? I know there's so much still undecided. Let's just say you were my selection. You're such a free spirit, Riley, and I love that about you. There are exceptions that come with being queen, royal events, life at the palace, children. Do you see yourself at your place at my side? Liam... this one's a good one. So, little tidbit. I would love to click, or go with, I can't wait to start my adventure with you. But then also, we'd have adorable children, One, you're expected, by the way, as royalty to have children, at least one. But, that also gets romance. You'll see here in a second. I think you're right about that, especially if they take after their mother. Aww. Meeting you in New York was one of the best things that's ever happened to me. You changed my life. I've gone from waiting tables to waltzing with a prince. My life has changed too, thanks to you. For better, I hope. Incomparably. Riley, whatever happens, know that I'm grateful for the time we've spent together. Liam pauses in front of a light pink flowering bush. Reaching out, he picks a rose and hands it to you. Have you ever seen a Juliet rose? Also known as the $5 million flower. $5 million? Please tell me that didn't cost that much. You sure know how to spoil a girl. Please tell me it didn't cost that much. Not quite. It's rumored that the man who created the specific peach-colored rose spent 15 years and $5 million to do so. That's quite a beautiful story. There's something so sweet about dedicating all of that just to bring us this one flower. Truly, it must have been a labor of love. Thank you for showing it to me. It's nothing. After all, today is all about blossoms. I hope you've enjoyed the festival. You know, you guys are too obsessed with apples. I kind of want to go with that, but yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. I've never seen so many apples in my life. The festival is one of Cordonia's many little charms. Liam's gaze lingers on you. Well, I don't know how much longer Maxwell can stall the nobles. He can't entertain all of my appointments. He could try. I should kiss Liam. You press your lips to Liam. Your arms going around his neck as his hands tighten around you. For a moment, you meet in a searing kiss that leaves you wanting more. Riley. His hands trail down your arms and your waist, his mouth moving from yours to sensitive places down your neck. Oh, Liam. We'd better stop or I'll never leave you. Is that so bad? Captures your lips in one long, lingering kiss, then reluctantly pulls away, tucking a strand of hair behind your ear. Until next time. Reluctantly, you walk out of the door. You pause and look back as Liam holds your gaze through the glass. Walking back from the conservatory, you spot Maxwell waiting by the door of the manor. Hope everything went well with Liam, but we're switching gears for the next event. Now that the Apple Blossom Festival is over, we're clearing the grounds for the fox hunt next week. We're hunting foxes. Well, not a fox hunt, a fox hunt. Didn't you see my air quotes first time? It's more like a race that takes place on the royal hunting grounds, which means horseback riding through the woods. Will you capture the prince's heart at the annual fox hunt? Find out in the next chapter. Alright, well, I hope y'all did enjoy the video. Please feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe. Head on down to the description down below, and you can either follow me on social media, or come to our Discord, or support my channel. There's a few links for that as well. Stay tuned. We've got Chapter 13 up next, and as you can see, we're using... I'm finally catching up on my main account for the Red Carpet Home for Holidays. I've got that split on this specific account, and then on the other one, I'm catching up finally with Endless Summer, now that the syncing issue is finally worked out. We're starting Book 2 actually here very soon, so I'll be catching back up to the Chapter 4 we left off with on Endless Summer Book 2. So do stay tuned for that. Without further ado, I hope y'all did enjoy. Once again, you know what to do. And until next time, stay well, stay awesome, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.